JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, policeman in foul-mouthed viral rant removed from frontline duty. The policeman seen threatening to kill an resident who had an illegal gun has been removed from frontline duty. The cop, who is attached to the Kingston Central Police Division, declared that he was unafraid of making those remarks in an expletive-laced rant caught on camera. In the video, residents chastised the police for their conduct while making an arrest in central Kingston. The incident, which happened recently, was caught on video, which has since gone viral. We have commenced an investigation into that matter. To further that investigation, he has been removed from frontline duty. Head of the Kingston Central Police Division, Superintendent Beresford Williams, said.
We have that live on camera.
Williams declined to disclose the rank of the policeman being investigated and whether the incident occurred during a planned operation. All of that we hope to ascertain in our investigation, he said. Gun attack in St. James leaves 28-year-old man dead, another injured. Police in St. James are probing two gun attacks in Ocean Heights on Tuesday, resulting in the death of a man and the injury of another who was a passenger in a car. The deceased has been identified as 28-year-old Chevane Stevens. The injured man remains hospitalized. His condition has not been ascertained. Reports are that Stevens visited the community of Ocean Heights in Lilliput about 8 p.m. when he was pounced upon by armed men. He later ran, but was chased and eventually shot multiple times. Further reports are that before fleeing the scene, the culprits shot up a motor car with 3 occupants. One man in the vehicle received gunshot wounds. The police were alerted and the 2 wounded men were assisted to hospital, where Stevens was pronounced dead. Man nabbed in Portland linked to dog paw, say cops. One of 3 men who are to appear before the court on February 1 after being held in Portland has been linked to late St. Andrew-based gangster Christopher Dog Paul Linton, according to the police. He was being sought in connection with 6 cases of shooting in that division. He has since been handed over to the St. Andrew Central Police, pending further investigations. The 3 men were held on December 7 during a traffic stop by the Port Antonio Police. According to lawmen, a Desert Eagle 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 11 cartridges was found after the Nissan motor car in which the men were traveling was searched. Their names are being withheld, as one of them is to face an identification parade. The men, who are being represented by attorney Carl McDonald, all pleaded not guilty when they appeared in the Portland Parish Court on December 20 to answer charges in connection with the items said to have been found in the car. All 3 were offered bail on the condition that they surrender their travel documents. A stop order was made to prevent them from leaving the country, and they report to the Papine police station at stipulated times. They were told to return to court on February 1. However, it was later established that one of the men had a connection to Dog Paw, who was, at one time, Jamaica's most wanted man. Linton, who police said was involved in several serious crimes before he was sent to prison and continued on that path after his release in April 2021, was shot dead by cops on John Golding Road in Elliston Flats on October 11, 2021, in what was reported as a firefight with police. The police had reported that a team of lawmen was searching for a grey vehicle with armed men. In the process, they intercepted a vehicle which had a female driver and a male passenger. Police said they instructed the occupants to exit the car when 35-year-old Linton reportedly exited the vehicle, pointing a gun at cops. The police stated that they opened fire at Linton. It was pronounced dead at the University Hospital of the West Indies. He was buried on December 31, 2021 in a service, muted by the heavy presence of police and soldiers who blanketed the area amid reports of a plan to parade his body through Tavern and the neighboring communities in St. Andrew ahead of his interment at Dovecote Memorial Park in St. Catherine. Some area residents expressed displeasure that Dog Paw's send-off was not what they had hoped for. As news emerged of the Nabsman alleged connection to Dog Paw, Superintendent of Police in charge of the Portland Division, Kenneth Chin, urged residents to cooperate with lawmen in tackling crime. We urge the residents of Portland to continue being vigilant and bring to the attention of the police suspicious or strange persons or activities in and around the communities. Please continue to work with us as we make all efforts to make Portland the safest parish in Jamaica, he said. 24-year-old man charged with murder of St. James vendor, O'Shane Vassell, a 24-year-old man of Cook Street in Westmoreland, was charged with the murder of 41-year-old Leon Reed, otherwise called Rasta, a vendor of Dam Road, Johns Hall in St. James. Reports from the Savlamar police are that about 6:30 p.m. on December 10, Residents of Great George Street in Westmoreland heard explosions and summoned the police. Reed was seen lying on the road with several gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police investigation led to Vassal's apprehension on Wednesday, January 5. He was charged following an interview session. His court date is being finalized. Kingston man charged with several offenses. A 29-year-old man suspected of carrying out a gun attack on several people on Regent Street in downtown Kingston last month has been slapped with multiple charges, including shooting with intent. He is Marlon Hill of Briceford Street in Kingston. Hill is also facing charges of assault at common law and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following the December 28 incident. Reports from the Kingston Central Police are that Hill and other men allegedly drove upon Regent Street in a grey Nissan and opened fire at several persons who were standing along the roadway. When the shooting subsided, one man was found suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he was treated and released. Police reports further indicate that after the shooting, lawmen intercepted the motor vehicle being driven by Hill along Nethersole Drive in the Arnott Gardens community. Hill was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is being finalized. The other occupants of the vehicle escaped. Anyone with information on the wanted persons and their whereabouts is being asked to contact the nearest police station or call Crime Stop at 311. 2 St. Elizabeth fishermen charged for gun and ammo smuggling. 2 men were caught by the Jamaica Defense Force JDF off the coast of Black River with illegal guns and ammunition last month have been charged. They are 48-year-old Ernie Wright, otherwise called Muta, a fisherman of Pondside District in St. Elizabeth, and 47-year-old Mark Pitt, a fisherman of Burn Savannah District in St. Elizabeth. They were charged for illegal possession of firearm, 2 counts, illegal possession of ammunition, 1 count, illegal importation of firearm, 2 counts, illegal importation of ammunition, 1 count, conspiracy to import firearm and ammunition. The police said the men were charged following a question and answer session with their attorney. The men were scheduled to appear at the St. Elizabeth Parish Court in Santa Cruz on January 13, 2022. The JDF had said the guns and ammunition were destined for Jamaica. Holness says he's having restless nights because of country's crime problem. Prime Minister Andrew Holness on Wednesday expresses distress at the country's violent crimes, which he said has sidelined peace in communities and posed a challenge for him to sleep peacefully at nights. Holness shared this at the National Day of Prayer at Power Faith Ministries in Portmore, St. Catherine, Wednesday, held under the theme Family, the Bedrock of Society. The Prime Minister referenced Wednesday's Jamaica Observer front page story headlined Tearful Call for SOE, which detailed the fatal shooting of 2 brothers in Westmoreland and left one of the dead men's partners requesting a meeting with him.
I read in the papers today of the 2 brothers who were murdered in Westmoreland. I am so sorry about it. And the sister saying, Prime Minister, I just want to talk to you about it. I just want to, it's an appeal to hear what are our leaders doing about this. She's not quarreling, she's not blaming, she didn't even sound angry. Obviously she was distraught, but she says, Prime Minister, just come talk to me about it. Help me to make sense of it. Why they kill my brother? Why you kill the 10-year-old? Why? I go to my bed with these things on my conscience every night. I know that I have tried. It's a minefield. Because every turn you make, there is someone who is trying to stop it, and I have to wonder, are they in support of the criminals in the country? The 10-year-old didn't have to die. She didn't have to die, man. We are there, so he down there. put it in Westmoreland. The two brothers never had to die, man.
At the same time, Assistant Commissioner of Police Gary Griffiths stressed that one of the major problems in Jamaica is that people do not speak out against wrongdoing. We're in a country that counts murders as statistics. Some time ago, former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson led a campaign on values and attitudes, and some years later, Prime Minister Bruce Golding spoke about a consensus on right and wrong. We don't seem to be willing to call a spade, said Griffiths. There are things done by persons who have social standing in society, and the people who have lesser standing don't see the punishment being vetted out to them, so they follow suit. And in doing so, security forces become the enemies because our activities are mostly centered around persons who have lesser social standing, he added. Griffiths said the security forces need support from churches and the decent law-abiding citizens who are willing to declare right from wrong. Jamaica reports 1,128 new cases of COVID-19 in one day. Jamaica on Wednesday reported over 1,000 new cases of COVID-19, a record high for the country since the outbreak of the pandemic. According to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the country recorded 1,128 new cases and 3 virus-related deaths in the last 24 hours. This brings the total number of cases recorded on the island since the start of the pandemic to 98,194 and the death toll to 2,486. Of the newly reported cases, there were 645 females and 476 males with ages ranging from 2 months to 96 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 480, St. Catherine, 211, St. James, 80, St. Elizabeth, 66, St. Thomas, 56, Manchester, 53, Portland, 45, St. Anne, 38, Clarendon, 31, Hanover, 24, Trelawney, 22, Westmoreland, 13, and St. Mary, 9. Meanwhile, the latest victims are a 46-year-old male from St. Catherine, an 83-year-old female from Clarendon, and an 83-year-old female from St. Catherine. Another death was reported under investigation. The country also recorded 89 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 66,236. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.